Hi tubers, so this is my little DIY siphon coffee maker. I hope all coffee lovers will like my project. It consists of 3 parts. Part number 1, a small jar with its bottom removed, like so. There are plenty of videos on YouTube on how to cut glass, jars, bottles, things like that. So I will skip it for now. Part number 2, a slightly bigger jar. Nothing special about it, maybe except for this part. It's made of cork and some thread. It holds really tight on the jar. It doesn't go anywhere. I use it as a handle. It's nice to have something to hold on when you wanna take a piece of hot glass in your hands while brewing your coffee. So I think it's worth making. Part number 3 looks a bit tricky to make. How to make it? Well, you take the lids off of your jars, put them together, and right in between them goes a little spacer. It's just a model of a spacer. I made mine from this sheet of cork, 2 or 3 millimeters thick. So it goes here. You can glue it on if you want, no worries. The glue will not get in contact with your coffee, so there's no risk it's gonna be poisoned in any way. Now you're getting a kind of a sandwich. Let's call it a sandwich. And now you have to join these two together. My idea looks like this. So first I removed the paint from these 2 lids, and I used some extra supports made of pieces of copper, and then I soldered them all together like this, right? And now it gets pretty sturdy, quite rigid. These two doesn't come apart in any way. Next, drilling the hole in our sandwich. First, I used a smaller diameter drill right in center. It's like I think it's 4 millimeters all the way through, right? Then I re-drilled the hole again with a drill of like 10 millimeters diameter. Okay. Now the tubing, glass tubing here. I was lucky enough to find these in my local grocery store. They sell vanilla in these little glass containers. So I took one of them, took the vanilla out, and here we have a glass tube for my coffee maker. Well, smells great. First, you put some rubber hose on one of the end of the glass tube, like this, and you cut off the excess of the hose, right? Now you got ring, a rubber ring on it, like 8 maybe 10 millimeters wide. So if you make sure that this diameter is a bit bigger than the diameter of your hole in the sandwich, it is what you're looking for, right? This diameter must be slightly bigger than the diameter of the hole in the lids. So this way, if you put it like so, it seals pretty nice, right? It is not sealed properly. You're not going anywhere with this contraption. Next part, to make it extra airtight, I found a bit of plastic. I took it from a jar. I think it was from a peanut butter jar. I made a hole, so put it here like a washer, and it gives me some extra air tightness. Last part in this one is this aluminum bottom of a soda can. First you drill a bunch of holes around here, and then you cut it out like so. You have to smooth the edges out, level it, right? And you have something like this. You put it in the smaller lid. After tightening the jar on a few times, kind of strange thing, but this part kind of sticks to the rubber inside of the lid, right? That was a surprise. I didn't have to reinstall it every time I wanted to brew my coffee. It stays all the time in there without coming off, right? So one more thing, right? When you install your glass tubing here, you have to make sure it has the right length. What is the right length? When you put your lid like so, you must make sure that the end of the tubing doesn't really touch the bottom of the jar. There is a space of like 1.5, maybe 2 millimeters wide, right? So make sure that the edge of the tube doesn't get in contact with the bottom of the jar. On the other hand, this tube has to stick out above the level of this lid, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters, like so. 2 millimeters is enough. So that's the whole thing. Number 3, part number 3, part number 2, and part number 1. Okay, let's assemble it together. I forgot to mention one more important thing, the actual filter. I made my filters from real coffee, paper coffee filters like these, right? I cut out a bunch of circles. This is my stack. Okay. Because this part, it serves only as a kind of support for this actual filter. It is not able to filter your coffee properly, so you have to use this. Put it like so. Put it in. Doesn't have to be really neatly placed. Then you screw the jar on like so. Make sure it's pretty tight, and that's it. So this is how our coffee maker looks like. How to use it, how I brew my coffee, I will show you in one of my next videos. Take care for now.